pack. Let's continue our discussion. Let's now proceed to share appreciation rights, or SARs. SARs is also part of the compensation package of executives. Okay, and SARs is an example of cash-settled share-based compensation, meaning ang marireceive ng mga executives is cash. Unlike sa share options, ang marireceive ng mga executives are options or equity. Again, for SARs, ang marireceive nila is cash, okay, which is equal to the fair value of the shares minus the exercise price. Meron pa rin concept na exercise price yan. Okay, sir, familiar yan na S minus X, it is the intrinsic value. So, ibig sabihin class, for SARs, ang marireceive ng mga executives is equal to the intrinsic value. Alright? Now, as I mentioned earlier, SARs considered siya as liability. Okay? Reported yan as liability. That's why ang entry natin to record SARs, debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable. Okay? So, liability. Salaries payable. Now, sir, how do we measure SARs? May dalawa tayong methods. Just like share options, first natin is the fair value method. Yan yung priority natin. If the fair value is not clearly determinable, that's the time that we use the intrinsic value method. Ang difference nila class, for SARs, we use the fair value of SARs every December 31. Okay, so kung maalala nyo sa share options, fair value at the date of grant. Walang concept ng date of grant for SARs. Ang gagamitin natin is fair value of SARs every December 31. So nagbabago-bago yan every year. Unlike yung share options, kung ano yung fair value at the date of grant, yun na yan. Alright? And also, ganoon lang din. Same lang din siya. Meron tayong vesting immediately. Pag vesting immediately, wala nang conditions, walang vesting period, expense 100% sa year 1. Kapag not vesting immediately, again, allocate natin over the vesting period. O sige class, apply natin. Let's go to illustrative example number 6. I'll show you the computation and the journal entries, pero kung papansinin mo dyan later, parang share options lang din yan. Okay? Sige, requirement. Letter A, prepare the journal entries, and ayan, sige. On January 1, 2025, Pinnacle Company granted 1,000 share appreciation rights, or SARs, to employees with the condition the employees remain in service within the next 3 years. Yung vesting period is 3 years. Information on the SARs is shown below. Meron tayong different dates, number of SARs expected to vest, and nakita niyo yung fair value of each SAR. Nakita niyo yan? Yun yung gagamitin natin. Every December 31. So, nagbabago-bago siya. Okay? Sige. So, gagawin ko dyan class. Doon muna tayo sa letter A, prepare the journal entries. December 31, 2025, meron tayong 900 na SARs. So, tingin ka dun sa December 31, okay? 900, multiply natin sa fair value of the SAR. So, December 31 is 12. Multiply natin by 1 over 3. Bakit 1 over 3? Because vesting period, okay? So, multiply natin 900 times 12 divided by 3. That is 3,600. So, this time, ang gagawin natin class, T account pa rin, but salaries payable naman. Okay? Salaries payable, 3,600. Journal entry, debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, 3,600. Alright? So again, SARs is a liability. Salaries payable yan. Let's go to December 31, 2026. Ilan yung SARs? 800 times yung fair value of the SAR is 15 times 2 over 3 kasi second year na. So 800 times 15 times 2 over 3, you get 8,000. So 8,000, yan yung ending balance natin. Solve for X, 36 naging 8,000, that's 4,400. Entry, debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, 4,400. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo class, kung paano yung procedures natin for share options, ganun lang din for SARs. And then, December 31, 2027. Okay, so ilan yung SARs natin? 750. Multiply natin by fair value of 16 times 3 over 3. Kasi last year na yan, 750 times 16, you get 12,000. Okay, 12,000 is the ending balance. Lagay natin dito. 8,000 naging 12,000. Solve for X, you have 4,000. Debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable for 4,000. Okay, so these are the journal entries for requirement A. Requirement B, prepare journal entry assuming the share appreciation rights vest immediately. Kapag vest immediately, January 1 pa lang, okay, pwede mo na i-recognize as salaries expense lahat yan, okay? Nakita nyo class dyan, yung SARs on January 1 is 1,000. Multiply natin by 10, that is 10,000. Entry natin dyan, debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, 10,000. Okay, this is your entry for requirement B. Kapag vesting immediately, wala nang condition, expense agad 100%. Okay, let's go to main problem number 4. Okay, main problem number 4, jump tayo dun class, simple problem lang to. As a result of the SARS, the company should recognize compensation expense or salaries expense for 2021 of, let's read the given. On January 2, 2021, Beatrice Corporation granted its president 20,000 stock appreciation rights for past services. Those rights are exercisable immediately. So, ibig sabihin, vesting immediately yan. Okay, 100% expense agad tayo sa year 1. And expired January 1, 2024. On the exercise, X is entitled to receive cash for the excess of the stocks market on the exercise date over the market price of the grantee, which is basically intrinsic value, okay? X did not exercise any of the rights. The market price is 30 and 45 daw, okay? As a result of the SARS, the company should recognize a compensation expense. So, ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Main problem number 4, meron tayong 20,000 na SARS. Multiply natin sa yung S minus X yan, tama? Yan yung sabi ko na net cash na marireceive nung executive, okay? S natin is 45. X natin, which is basically kung ano yung stock price on date ng January 1, okay? Or in this case, January 2, 30. Okay? X natin is 30. So, sabi diyang class, exercisable immediately. Hindi mo na kailangan i-divide yan over the vesting period. So, this is 15. Okay? So, 20,000 times 15. Answer natin dito, class, 300,000. Letter C, expense agad natin. Debit salaries expense, credit salaries payables, year 1, 300,000. This is for main problem number 4. Balik tayo sa illustrative examples natin, class. Doon tayo sa illustrative example number 7. Papakita ko naman sa inyo, what if merong exercise of SARS? Right? Kung ano yung mga journal entries natin. Pero again, kung ano ginamit natin sa share options, sa procedures, ganun lang din, class. Okay? So don't forget na mag-TT account tayo para mas madali natin ma-compute, okay? Mga items. Let's go to the requirements. Prepare journal entries to recognize the compensation expense each year. Okay, on January 1, Mr. Accounting Corporation granted 100 SARS to each of the 300 employees. So, 100 yung SARS, and circle mo yun, 300 yung employees. Okay? On condition that the employees remain in the employ of the entity for the next 3 years. Service period is 3 years. Okay? No employees left the entity during the 3-year vesting period. The employees exercised their SARS as follows. So, merong exercise. So, 2025 yung grant yung SARS, 25, 26, 27 yung service period or vesting period, and then may nag-exercise, 2027, lagay natin, 2027, which is 50, 2028, 150, and 2029, 100. Ilan lahat yung class? 300, okay? Sige, the fair value, intrinsic value of the SAR are as follows. So, binigay na sa atin. Fair value and intrinsic value. Yung fair value, yan yung basis ng salaries expense natin. Tama ba? Intrinsic value, yan yung basis ng cash na ibabayad natin sa mga executives. Tama? Sige. The intrinsic value on the day is the amount paid out to the employees. Okay, kakasabi ko lang. Sige, so let's compute. December 31, 2025, tama ba, class? Meron tayong 100 na SARS. Multiply natin by 300 employees. Multiply natin sa fair value of the SAR. Nakita nyo, class, yung fair value 2025 is 10. Okay, times 10. Ilan yung service period natin? 3 years times 1 over 3. Okay, so 100 times 300 times 10 divided by 3, you get 100,000. Entry natin, debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, 100,000. So gagawin ko dito, class, gawa ko ng T account. We have salaries payable. Para ma-monitor natin, 100,000. Let's go to December 31, 2026. Same process lang, 100 times 300 employees times yung fair value of the SAR is 12 naman this time. Multiply natin by 2 over 3 kasi second year na. 100 times 300 times 12 times 2 over 3, you get 240,000. Don't forget na yung 240,000 is the ending balance. Solve for X, 140,000. Debit salaries expense. Credit salaries payable. 140,000. Okay, pag tinanong how much expense for 2026, sagot mo dyan, 140,000. December 31, 2027, ito yung last year of vesting period. May nag-exercise na end of the year. Tama? Ano yung una mong gagawin? First, update mo muna. Second is, i-record natin yung pag-exercise of the SARS. So, update natin. December 31, 2027, 100 SARS times employees, 300 muna yung gamitin natin, class, ha? Kasi end of the year nag-exercise yan. Multiply natin by the fair value of the SAR. Nakita mo yung 15 times 3 over 3 kasi third year na. 100 times 300 times 15, you should get 450,000. Lagay natin yan sa ending balance, 450,000. 240, naging 450. So 450 minus 240, meron tayong 210,000. Okay, update natin. Debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, 210,000. Alright? And then, record natin yung pag-exercise. Ilan yung nag-exercise? 50. Okay? Tama ba, class? Tayo yung corporation, tayo magbabayad dun sa employees. Tama lang? So, gagawin ko muna dyan, magde-debit salaries payable muna. O, syempre, bayaran ko na. Tama? So, paano yun? Ito yung balance na 450,000 para yan sa 300 employees. Tama ba, class? Gagawin ko lang dyan times 50 over 300. Po-prorate ko lang. 450,000 times 50 over 300, you have 75,000. No, mag-debit ka ng 75,000. Right? So, 450, 75, 375,000. Okay? So, yung debit salaries payable mo is 75,000. Nakuha nyo ba yan? So, pre-no rate lang natin. Okay? Kasi may 50 na nag-exercise, 300 sila. Ayun, 450,000 times 50 over 300, 75,000. Credit cash, sabi natin kanina, yung cash payment to the executives equals sa intrinsic value. Given yung intrinsic value sa problem, nakita nyo yung 10 pesos. 10 times, okay, so 10 times, so 100 yung share appreciation rights times 50 yung nag-exercise times 10. Tama? So 100 times 50 times 10, you have 50,000. Alright? Credit cash, 50,000. And then yung balancing figure mo dyan, class, tandaan mo, salaries expense. Credit salaries expense, 25,000. Okay, so yun yung balancing figure natin. In effect, yung nirecognize mo na salaries expense na 210,000, overstated yan. Bawasan mo yan, okay, ng 25. So pag tinanong how much yung salaries expense in 2027, 210,000, ibawas mo yung 25,000. Okay, so 185,000. Pag tinanong how much salaries expense, 185,000 sagot mo. Got it? Okay. So isa pa. Let's go to December 31, 2028. December 31, 2028. So gagawin natin dyan, class. Again, for SARS, every December 31, okay, hanggang mag-expire lahat yan, hanggang ma-exercise lahat, kailangan natin mag-compute. Alright? So, gagawin ko dyan, meron tayong, ilan na lang yung share options natin. So, may 100 tayo, ilan na lang yung employees. 300, nag-exercise yung 50, so meron na tayong 250 employees. Okay? Multiply natin sa fair value of the SAR, 18. Nakita niyo yan? Tapos na yung vesting period, so hindi mo na i-consider yung vesting period sa computation. 100 times 250 times 18, you get 450,000. Okay? Ito yung total natin, tama? 450. So, ibig sabihin, 375,000 naging 450. Solve for X, this is 75,000. Entry natin, debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, 75,000. And then after natin i-update, record natin yung nag-exercise, meron tayong 150 employees na nag-exercise, times 150 over, tama ba, class? 250 na lang kasi yung 50 nag-exercise sa last year. 150 over 250, 450,000 times 150 over 250. Okay, ang debit mo is 270,000. Alright, so tingnan natin yung balance. 450 minus 270, this is 180,000. I-debit natin salaries payable. Debit salaries payable. How much? 270,000. Mag-credit tayong cash, bayaran natin yung employees. Okay, so magkano yung cash na babayaran natin? Well, ang nag-exercise is 150. 100 SARS times 100. Okay, multiply natin by the intrinsic value. Again, yun yung net cash. Intrinsic value, which is 15. Sige nga, 150 times 100 times 15, that is 225,000. 225,000. Hindi balance eh. Meron tayong salaries payable na 270, may cash tayo na 225. Bawasan natin yung salaries expense. 270 minus 225, that is 45,000. Okay? So pag tinanong how much yung salaries expense mo, meron kang 75 minus 45, 30,000. Okay? Binabawasan natin yung salaries expense kasi nakatipid tayo. Parang gano'n. Dapat ang babayaran mo is 270, pero ang binayaran mo lang is 225. So may tipid tayo na 45,000. Kaya binabawasan natin yung expense. Got it? And then last year, meron pa tayo 2029. Tama ba, class? Ang nangyari sa 2029, pwede na nating bayaran yung, ito, kasi last year na. Okay? So i-debit mo lahat yan, 180, para mag-zero na yan. Entry natin, debit salaries payable, 180,000. Credit cash, ilan yung nag-exercise ng 2029? 100. Tama? Gagawin ko dyan, 100 times 100 SARS. Multiply natin by intrinsic value of 20, 2029. 100 times 100 times 20, you get 200,000. Credit cash, 200,000. Therefore, debit naman natin this time, salaries expense, 20,000. Okay, debit salaries payable, this is the balance. Binayaran natin yung intrinsic value, balancing figure, salaries expense, 20,000. These are journal entries kapag merong exercise of SARS. Okay. Ganun lang din, parang share options lang din. Okay? Very important, yung T account natin, from the T account, madali nating ma-monitor yung movements of the salaries payable. Sige, let's go to illustrative example number 8. Illustrative example number 8. Well, parang share options lang. If the fair value of the SARS is not readily determinable, we use the intrinsic value method. So, intrinsic value method is just S minus X. Okay, parang sa share options lang. Ganoon lang din yung gagawin natin. So, I'll just show you kung paano. Okay, requirement is, illustrative example number 8, requirement is prepare the journal entries. And, okay, on January 1, 2025, CPA company offered top management SARS with the following terms. Meron tayong exercise price na 50 pesos. Lagyan natin. 50, okay? Number of shares, 20,000. Service period, 3 years. And investing period natin. Expiration date, December 31, 2027. The fair value of the SARS cannot be estimated reliably. The share appreciation is to be paid upon exercise. The SARS were exercised on December 31. The share prices are as follows. So, hindi readily determinable yung fair value. Therefore, we compute the intrinsic value. So, meron tayong January 1, 2025, December 31, 2025, December 31, 2026, 2027. So, class, compute natin yung intrinsic value. Tama ba? S minus X. X natin is 50. Ano yung S noong January 1? Yan, 50 pesos. Pinakita ko lang, pero intrinsic value talaga is 0 at the start. Sa grant date, always intrinsic value mo is 0. Okay? So, FYI. Kaya every December 31 plus talaga yung basis ng SARS natin. Okay? Pinakita ko lang na 0 to. Okay, so intrinsic value 56. December 31, 2025. 56 minus 50 is 6. 68 minus 50 is 18. 71 minus 50 is 21. So these are the intrinsic values every end of the year. Okay? Now, pwede na tayo mag-compute. Gagawin ko dyan, class, is December 31, 2025. Meron tayong 20,000 stars. Okay, number of shares na pwedeng bilhin or na entitled to cash payment. Times that is a 6 times 1/3. Okay, because 3 years yung service period. 20,000 times 6 divided by 3, makukuha mo dyan, class, is 40,000. So, meron tayong salaries payable na T account. Lagay mo dyan 40,000. Okay, debit salaries expense. Credit salaries payable, 40,000. Let's go to December 31, 2026. Okay, meron tayong 20,000 shares. Multiply natin sa intrinsic value of 18. Okay, multiply natin by 2 over 3 kasi second year na. 20,000 times 18 times 2 over 3, you get 240,000. 240,000, lagay mo yan sa ending balance. Meron tayong sold for X, 200,000. Debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, 200,000. Okay? December 31, 2020, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Meron tayong 20,000. Multiply natin by 21 times 3 over 3. 20,000 times 21, that is 420,000. Lagyan natin sa ending balance. 240 naging 420, that is 180,000. Debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, 180,000. Okay, these are the entries every year end, 2025, 26, and 27. Pag in-exercise, bayaran natin yung executives. How much ibabayad mo dyan? 420,000. Okay, wala nung, yung intrinsic value mo is also in 21, tama? Ito. So, hindi nyo kung magkano babayaran mo. So, debit salaries payable, credit cash, okay, ito yung entry natin upon exercise, magkano? 420,000. So, upon exercise, bayaran na natin, debit salaries payable, credit cash, 420. After the exercise, wala ka ng salaries payable, 0 na yan. Okay, so that's how you do intrinsic value method. Okay, meron pa ba tayo na miss out? Sige, meron na tayong isang illustrative example. Basahin natin, class, yung illustrative example number 9. Illustrative example number 9. Okay? On January 1, ABC Company granted an employee the right to choose either shares or cash payment. Uy, binigyan ng choice. Pwedeng shares, pwedeng cash. Pwedeng equity settled, pwedeng cash settled. Sir, paano pa ganyan? Ang tawag natin dyan, class, is share and cash alternative. Pwedeng pumili between share and cash. Okay, sir, paano yung accounting for that? Titingnan mo lang, class, kung sino may choice. Okay? Dalawa lang naman yan. Ang may choice, kung share or cash yung ibabayad sa employees, is either the entity or yung counterparty. Okay? Yung counterparty, sa illustration natin, yung mga employees, mga executives. Okay? Kapag yung entity, yung corporation, yung merong choice kung ano yung bibigay, kung shares or cash, ipe-present mo lang as either liability or equity. Okay? Kung ang intention nung corporation is ibayad is cash, liability yan. Kung ibayad is shares or share options or shares, equity yan. Ganoon na siya. It's either liability or equity. So walang accounting issue dyan. Ang may accounting issue class kapag naki-counterparty or naki-employee yung choice. Okay? Kasi pwede mag-decide sa employee, oh, cash na lang ibayad mo sa akin or shares na lang ibigay mo sa akin. Okay? Kapag ganung class, the instrument is considered as a compound financial instrument. Uy, familiar yung compound financial instrument. Kapag compound financial instrument, we need to separate. Paano nga ba siya-separate yung class? Kunin mo muna yung fair value of liability, which is yung cash option. And then meron tayong residual, yung equity natin, which is the share option. Okay? So, ang focus na discussion natin is, ang may option is the counterparty or the employee, isi-separate natin yung fair value of the liability and equity. Okay? So, last concept na yan for this topic. Let's go to illustrative example number 9. Papakita ko sa inyo kung paano. Okay, let's continue reading. Basahin ulit natin. On January 1, 2025, ABC Company granted to an employee the right to choose. Sino may right to choose? Si employee. The instrument is considered as compound, kailangan natin i-separate. Got it? Okay, the choices are, the right to choose either cash, shares or cash payment. The choices are, dalawa. Share alternative equal to 25,000 shares. Lagay natin. So, lagay natin yung fair value of the shares, share alternative, and fair value of cash alternative. Tama ba, class? Yung share alternative, 25,000. Okay. Shares. And then yung cash alternative, cash payment equal to the market value of 20,000 shares. Okay, so 25,000 shares, kapag pinili shares, kapag naman cash yung pinili, 20,000 yung basis. Okay, so tingnan natin. Let's continue reading. The grant is conditional upon the completion of 3 years in service period. On grant date, on January 1, the share price is 51. The share price for the 3-year vesting period are 54 on 2025, 66, 2026, and 65 on 2027. Encircle mo yung mga share prices na yan. After taking into account the effect of vesting restriction, the entity has estimated that the fair value of the share alternative, asa dyan? Fair value of the share alternative is 48. Okay? So, ang gagawin ko dyan, class, ito yung share alternative. Tama? 25,000 shares. Multiply ko siya by 48 para makuha ko yung fair value of the share alternative. Okay? 25,000. Sundan mo muna yung process. Explain ko later. Times 48, you get 1.2 million. This is the fair value of the share alternative. Ano naman yung fair value of the cash alternative? 20,000 times, tingnan mo yung fair value at grant date, January 1. Nakita mo ba yung 2025? Sa middle portion, tingin ka doon. Nakita mo yung on grant date, on January 1, the share price is 51. Nakita mo yun? Kasi sabi dyan, yung cash alternative daw, titingin ka sa second bullet, cash payment equal to the market value of 20,000 shares. Ano yung market value ng 20,000? 51. Okay, so 20,000 times 51, you get 1,020,000. So, ang gagawin mo dyan, class, pipiliin mo whichever is higher. Okay? Kung ano yung higher, in this case, yung 1.2 million, iyan yung value of the whole financial instrument. So, yung compound financial instrument natin, ang value niya is 1.2 million. Okay? Hiwalay natin yan kasi kailangan natin i-separate. Fair value of liability, nasaan yung fair value of liability natin? Ayun, 1,020,000. Kasi yung cash alternative, di ba salaries payable yan? So liability yan. 1,020,000. And then yung sa equity naman natin, which is the residual. Always residual yan. 1.2 million minus 120,000, you get 180,000. Yan yung equity mo. Ayun. Ito mo natin. Na-separate natin siya. Now, next natin gagawin classes, well, compute natin kung magkano yung salaries expense natin every year. Okay? Doon muna tayo sa 2025. Gagawin ko dyan, class, dalawa yung computation ko. Meron tayong share alternative, which is yung equity natin. Paano yan, sir? Gagawin ko dyan, ito yung total 180,000. Okay? May vesting period na 3 years. I-over 3 mo yan. Okay? So, 180,000 over 3, o kaya times 1 over 3, 60,000. Alright? Now, yung cash alternative, or basically yung liability natin, tama ba, class? Meron tayong 20,000. Paano nga ba pag liability? Pag SARS, paano nga ba yan? 20,000 times mo dun sa fair value every year. Okay? Tingin ka dun sa middle portion. Ano class yung share price noong December 31, 2025, nakita mo yung 54 pesos. Nakita mo yan? Multiply ko siya by 54. Multiply ko by 1 over 3 kasi yan yung first year pa lang. Okay, makakompute ko dyan. 20,000 times 54 divided by 3, you get 360,000. 60 from the share alternative, 360 from the cash alternative or in liability, you get 420,000. Entry natin, debit salaries expense, 420,000. Credit salaries payable, yung liability natin, 360,000. Credit share premium, share options, 60,000. Nakuha niyan? So, ganyan na siya. Gawa tayo ng T-account class. Monitor natin pareho. Share premium, share options. And then, meron tayong salaries payable. Okay? Share premium, share options, 60,000 per year. Salaries payable natin is 360,000. Okay, so gawin ulit natin. 2026. Tama ba, class? Dun sa share alternative natin, ang gagawin ko dyan, 180,000 times 2 over 3, pero ima-minus ko din yung 60,000. So, 60,000 din yun. Sige nga, 180,000 times 2 over 3, 120,000. Ay, ma-minus ko yung 60. O, pakita ko na lang. So, 180,000 times 2 over 3. Tama ba? 180,000. Ano yan? 180,000 times 2 over 3, 120,000. Okay? Ito yung ending balance natin. O, solve for X, 60,000. So, 60,000 every year yung equity natin. Lagay ko na dito, 60,000. Okay? And then, doon naman tayo sa liability natin. 20,000 shares. Ano class yung fair value of the share 2026? Tingin ka sa middle portion. Nakita mo yung 66? Okay, times 66 times 2 over 3. Okay, 20,000 times 66 times 2 over 3. Makukuha mo dyan 880,000. Pero yung 880,000, yun yung ending balance natin. Okay, sold for X, 360 naging 880. You have 520,000. Okay, so add natin class. 60 tsaka 520. So 60 plus 520. Total salaries expense natin is 580,000. Lagay tayo na entry. Debit salaries expense, 580,000. Credit salaries payable, which is 520,000. Credit share premium, share options, 60,000. Okay, so ayan. Last year, 2027. Dun sa share alternative, actually class, every year naman, 60,000 lang yan. Okay, so 180,000 times 3 over 3 is equal to 180,000. Okay, lagay natin dito, 180,000. Sold for X, 120, naging 180. So, meron kang 60,000. Okay, so sa share alternative natin, meron tayong 60,000. Doon naman tayo sa liability, 20,000 shares. Ano yung fair value class 2027? Nakita mo yung 65 pesos, okay, times 65, times 3 over 3. So, ilan yan? 20,000 times 65 times 3 over 3, 1.3 million. Lagay mo yung 1.3 million sa ending balance natin. Solve for X, 880, naging 1.3 million. You have 420,000. Okay, so 60 from equity, 420 from liability. So meron tayong 480,000. Debit salaries expense, 480,000. Credit salaries payable, 420,000. Credit share premium, share options, 60,000. Yun. Yun yung entries natin for each year. Doon tayo sa requirement number 4. Prepare the journal entry assuming the employee has chosen the cash alternative. O sabi ni employee, sige, yung cash alternative na lang sa akin. So how much ibabayad mo sa kanya? 1.3 million. I-recognize mo na lahat. Tanggalin mo na sa books mo yan kasi namili na yung employee. Wala ka na obligation. Gagawin ko dyan, debit salaries payable. Tanggalin natin yung 1.3 million. Tanggalin na natin yung share premium, share options kasi nakapili na siya, 180,000. Credit cash, how much yung ibabayad mo? 1.3 million. Okay, balancing figure natin is share premium. 1.3 million which is 180,000. Okay? Ito yung entry mo class kapag cash yung pinili ni employee. What if naman sir? Sabi ni employee, sige, shares naman yung pipiliin niya instead of cash. Number 5, prepare the journal entry assuming the employee has chosen the share alternative. Oh, tanggalin mo lang din niya kasi nakapili na siya. Debit salaries payable, 1.3 million. Debit share premium, share options, 180,000. Credit share capital, ilan yan? Well, pinili niya 25,000 shares, tama? Ano yung par value? Tingin ka dun sa first bullet. Share alternative equal to 25,000 shares with par value of 30. 25,000 times 30, you get 750,000. 750,000 Balancing figure natin is share premium. Tingnan natin, 1.3 million, debit plus 180,000 minus 750,000. You have 730,000. Okay, so entry natin class. Kapag namili na yung employee, ayun. De-recognize mo yung salaries payable and share premium share options. Issue tayo ng shares, balancing figure, share premium. Okay, so ulitin ko lang. Kapag merong choice between share and cash alternative, kapag si employee yung may choice, compound financial instrument. Piliin natin yung fair value of share alternative, cash alternative, whichever is higher, yun yung compound financial instrument. Okay, so total minus fair value liability, you have the equity. And then, straightforward lang, let's use the account. Okay, isa pa. Para ma-master natin, punta ka sa main problem number 3. Last problem na to class for our topic, share-based compensation. Okay? For main problem number 3, ganun pa rin class, merong share and merong cash alternative. Okay, so let's read the given. Actually, yung questions natin, tatlo. Compensation expense or salaries expense in year 1, year 2, and year 3. Okay, so an entity grants sa employee the right to choose either 5,000 phantom shares. Yun pala yung term na ginagamit, no? Kapag cash alternative, phantom shares. Okay? Right to a cash payment equal to the value of 5,000 shares. O, lagyan natin. Fair value of the cash alternative, tama ba? 5,000 shares daw. Right? Or 6,000 shares. Ito yung share alternative. Right? The grant is conditional upon the completion of 3 years in service period natin. At grant date, the entity's share price is 81. O, multiply mo sa 81. Yun yung fair value of the shares. Tama ba? So, fair value of the shares natin, the entity, yung cash natin, okay, basis niya is 81. Okay? So, 5,000 times 81, that is 405,000. Kasi class, yung share alternative natin, mag-jump ka dun sa last sentence after taking into account the effect of the post-vesting transfer. Entity estimates at the grant date fair value of the share alternative, ayun, 78 times 78 yan. 6,000 times 78, you get 468,000. Ano yung next step natin? Whichever is higher, therefore, yung value of the compound financial instrument is 468,000. Ihiwalay natin yan, 468,000. Fair value of the liability is 405. Therefore, 468 minus 405, you have 63,000. Yung equity natin, divisible lang by 3. Yan yung vesting period natin. Every year, we recognize 21,000 dun sa share premium, share options natin. Okay? So, ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Sa year 1 natin, lagyan natin year 1. Let's compute yung share and cash alternative. Sa share, okay na. Na-compute na natin 21,000 per year. Laging ganyan. Right? Sa cash alternative natin, basically, meron tayong 5,000 shares. What is the fair value nung year 1? Tingin ka sa second paragraph, second sentence. At the end of years 1, 2, 3, the share price is 82, 85, and 90. So, lagay ko nandito. 82, 85, and 90. Years 1, 2, and 3. So, basis natin ngayon is 82. Okay? 5,000 times 82. Multiply natin by the vesting period of 1/3. Okay? 5,000 times 82. Divide by 3. Makukuha mo dyan, decimal. 136,667. 136,667. So, gawa tayo ng T account natin, class. We have share premium, share options. We have salaries payable. Okay, so, sa shares natin, meron tayong 21,000. Sa salaries payable natin, meron tayong 136,667. Therefore, add mo lang yung dalawa na yan. Total niyan, 21,000 plus 136,667. Okay, 21,000 plus 136,667. Sagot mo dyan, class, 157,667. Letter C for question number 1. Let's go to year 2. Sa year 2, meron tayong shares. Tama ba, class? Yung shares natin, basically, meron tayong total natin is 63,000. Alam na natin na 21,000 per year yung shares natin. Okay? Fair value of the shares. 21,000. Doon naman sa cash alternative natin, or basically, yung liability natin, i-recompute natin. 5,000 shares, multiply natin by fair value this time is 85. Multiply natin by 2 over 3. Okay, 5,000 times 85 times 2 over 3, you get 283. 3, tama ba? Yes, tama. 3. Okay? Ito yung ending balance. May decimal lang, pero tama yan. 3. Solve for x, 136,667. you have 146,666. Okay, so add natin. Meron tayong additional 21,000. Plus mo dun sa 146,666. Add natin yung dalawa na yan, 21,000. Salaries expense natin, 167,666. Answer natin for question number 2 is boy. And then last year 3. Okay, yung share alternative natin, again, 21,000 per year. So, shortcut ko yung share alternative class, no? Kasi, alam natin, 63,000 times 3 over 3, tapos i-minus mo lang din naman yung dalawang 21,000, puro 21,000 per year yan. Okay? Kaya, total natin, share options natin is 63,000. Okay? Now, doon naman tayo sa liability. Meron tayong 5,000 shares. Multiply natin this time sa 90 times 3 over 3. Okay? So, 5,000 times 90, you get 450,000. Ito yung ending balance natin. So, 450,000. Solve for x tayo. 283,333. Therefore, meron tayong 166,667. So, yung sa shares natin, 21,000. Sa liability natin, 166,667. Add natin yung dalawa na yan. Okay, 21,000 plus 166,667, 187,667. Answer natin, letter C for question number 3. Okay, ganun lang. Kapag share or in cash alternative. Alright. Let's finish this topic by answering 12 theory questions. So, mabilisan lang class. Number 1, the classification of a share-based payment has an impact on its measurement. What are the classifications for share-based payment transactions under PFRS 2? Actually, best answer is DOG. Okay? Equity settled, or basically yung share options natin. Cash settled, or yung SARS. And yung share-based payment with settlement choice. Ito yun, share and cash alternative. Number 2, the entity has issued a range of share options. What type of share-based payment? Pag share options, equity settled yan. Letter C for number 2. Number 3, a company issued share option is an instrument that gives the holder the right but not the obligation to, kapag share option, right to buy shares at a specified price. Okay, letter C tayo dyan. Number 4, for transactions with employees and other providing similar services, the fair value on equity instrument granted is measured on, mahalaga, date of grant, okay, or grant date. Letter C for number 4. Number 5, how is the compensation expense measured for equity settled share-based payments? Actually, class, yung fair value of share option na yan, in practice, may different models tayo or way ng pag-compute niyan. Beyond the scope na ng pagiging CPA yan, okay? May ibang professionals sa gumagawa dyan, pero may nagme-measure dyan, okay? Boy, measure the fair value of the share option using an option pricing model. Yun yung tawag dyan. Okay, option pricing model. Sila yung bahala mag-determine ng fair value of the share option. Anong mga examples ng ng option pricing model? Nandun yan sa number 6. Which of the following option valuation techniques should not be used? Not be used is intrinsic value na yan. Okay? Alam natin, iba yung fair value sa intrinsic value. So, mali na yung C. Ang tawag dyan, in practice, no? Pag-value ng options, binomial model, Black-Scholes model, and Monte Carlo model. So, FYI na lang, pero yan yung ginagamit in practice. So, ang tanong sa number 6, alin daw yung hindi ginagamit in practice? To determine the fair value, intrinsic value. Kasi magkaiba yung fair value and intrinsic value. Class, jump muna tayo dun sa number 12. Sa last question. X Corporation granted 1,000 stock options or share options to its employees on January 1, 2019 for services performed 2019-2020. At the date of grant, the fair value of the stock option, 6,000. The options are exercisable on January 1, 2021 and expire on June 30. On July 1, it was determined that none of the options were exercised. Wala nag-exercise. Parang pinakita ko kayo na sa illustrative example 1 natin. Pag wala nag-exercise, i-reclassify mo lang. Debit, share premium, share options. For example, kunwari lang, maglagay na tayo ng amount. For example, 10,000 pesos. Hindi, nag-expire. I-reclassify mo lang siya sa share premium, expired share options. Ganun lang siya. Okay? So, reclassification lang. Letter C sagot dyan. Not adjust or reverse compensation expense. Hindi mo babaguhin yung na-record mo in the past. I-reclassify mo lang yung pero parehong share premium pa rin yan. Okay? For number 12, letter C. Okay. Let's go back to number 7. An entity has entered into contract with another entity which will supply a range of services. The payment for those services will be in cash based upon the price of the entity's ordinary shares. Cash settled, share-based transaction, BOY. Or ang tawag natin dyan, SARS, Share Appreciation Rights. Number 8, compensation cost for a share-based payment to employees that is classified as liability or yung SARS is measured as letter A, change in fair value of the instrument for each reporting period every year-end, December 31. Okay, fair value of the SARS, ginagamit natin. Letter A, sagot natin dyan for number 8. Number 9, in accordance with PFRS 2, how should an entity recognize the change in fair value of the liability in respect of a cash-settled share-based payment? Kahit naman cash-settled, kahit equity-settled, salaries expense yan. Okay? Recognize in profit or loss or in the income statement, letter A. Number 10, in what circumstances is compensation expense immediately recognized? 100% recognize mo siya kapag vesting immediately. Dog, in circumstances where options are granted for prior service and the options are immediately exercisable. Okay? Last item, number 11, if share-based payment transactions provides that the employee has the right to choose pwedeng cash or shares, or sharing cash alternative, the entity is deemed to have issued a compound financial instrument that we need to separate to liability and equity, letter C for number 11. That's it for share-based compensation.